Our next update, I'd like to introduce Rachel Berry, Government Affairs Specialist with the City of St. Helens, to provide a brief update on their waterfront redevelopment project. And Rachel Berry will also be in that breakout room with Caleb. So if you're left with questions for Rachel, please join that room. Rachel, I'll pass it to you.
Great, thank you, and hello, Collaborative. Thank you so much for the invite and you're welcome. This is my first time here with the group, and I appreciate hearing the introductions and more about your connections to the river. I'd like to provide an update from St. Helens and have just a few of these slides for context. So here we're looking at the map. As many of you know, the City of St. Helens has been working to provide our community with increased riverfront access and public amenities along the St. Helens waterfront. Publicly owned lands now make up almost 2 miles of river frontage at the confluence of the Multnomah Channel and Columbia River. For most of the past century, there's been no public access of any kind along this beautiful stretch of river. So as you can see here, there are 3 key project areas. Starting at the downstream end, the riverfront district is envisioned as a vibrant mixed-use space. Work here is getting underway. We're leading with public space investments, doing a park expansion and a riverwalk trail. Those are breaking ground this winter. And there's a parallel project on the same timeline to bring transportation and utility infrastructure to the site. We move down to our central waterfront property. This is a 50-acre area that connects the riverfront district with our business industrial park. We're evaluating options for repurposing a portion or all of the site to create expanded community access, additional public amenities, and opportunities for economic development. As we move down to our southernmost location, the St. Helens Industrial Business Park is a key industrial property. This was formerly the location of Boise White Paper's main mill operation. It's approximately 200 acres and only about 20 of which are occupied today by Cascade Tissue. The industrial area has road, rail, and river access, presents a significant opportunity to attract new employers. If we could go to the next slide, please. So with all of this opportunity, we've been asking for and listening to feedback from our community on how to best benefit residents and business through redevelopment, job creation, and recreation. By engaging with the community in discussion, public events, and visioning process, we've heard lots of great ideas for the future, including sports facilities, beaches, mixed commercial, and other use. So since these properties were purchased by the city in 2015, we've started asking questions about repurposing the central property to potentially create land for desired amenities. If we can go to the next slide, please. All throughout the planning process, our core values have remained unchanged. And with these values centered, in 2019, we began investigating the central property in greater detail to assess whether it can be developed in a safe and environmentally sound manner. This work had stalled for lack of funds and the pandemic. We can now continue site investigation thanks to funding from FEMA and the state of Oregon. We can refocus, first looking closely at the seismic resilience of the berm that holds the lagoon, the treatment plant itself, and conditions within and below the lagoon. The treatment plant was built in 1972 to serve pulping and paper industry. It is oversized for our projected residential and industrial demand, and the current technology can't meet future environmental standards. It's important for the collaborative to understand that the reason we're continuing to investigate is to see if repurposing can be done safely and to plan for resilient infrastructure that can serve our region into the future. If it can be repurposed, there are many sources for fill in the region. No determination on a fill source has been made. Hazardous materials will not be accepted. I'd like to invite anyone interested in learning more. Please see our website, subscribe to our newsletter, and if you are able, please come and visit beautiful St. Helens. We would love to have you. There are 2 dates tentatively set right now. One is August 4th at 6 p.m. and the other one is Saturday, August 6th at 10 a.m. want to thank again the collaborative. I also want to thank you for offering a breakout room to talk more about the project, and I hope to see you there. Thanks.
Thank you, Rachel. I appreciate that update. And members and observers, if you'd like to learn more, please go to that breakout room at 7 p.m.